Welcome to Echo Tales World, where every tale unveils the untold romances of the American frontier, where bullets missed but hearts didn't. Today, we travel to the rugged plains of Montana in 1889, where a shocking auction of a bride in chains becomes the unlikely beginning of a transformative love story. This is the tale of Elias Grayson, a lonely rancher, and Tala, a proud Cheyenne woman, whose lives intertwine through an act of compassion that defies ridicule and prejudice. From the depths of humiliation to a journey of courage, resilience, and unexpected family, this 25-minute narrative blends historical depth, emotional storytelling, and cinematic narration to capture every heartbeat of the Old West. Settle by the firelight and immerse yourself in a story of love that blooms where no one dared to look. Elias Grayson, a widower of 48, lived a solitary life on his sprawling ranch near the Tongue River. His weathered face, framed by silver hair and a stoic demeanor, told of years spent mourning his wife, Clara, who died of pneumonia a decade ago. Their son, Jacob, 16 and lanky, was the only light in his life, though the boy's quiet rebellion hinted at a need Elias couldn't meet alone. The ranch, with its creaking barn and windswept fields, was their world, far from the judgment of Fort Benton, a town steeped in frontier tensions between settlers and native tribes. It was a sweltering afternoon on July 15, 1889, when Elias rode into town for supplies. The air buzzed with an unusual crowd gathered outside the trading post. Laughter and jeers filled the air as a group of roughnecks, led by Silas Creed, a notorious land speculator, auctioned a woman in chains. She was Tala, a Cheyenne woman in her early 30s, her dark eyes blazing with defiance despite the iron shackles binding her wrists. Captured during a raid on her village, wrongly blamed for a settler's murder. Creed had declared her a prize to be sold, her dignity stripped for sport. The crowd roared as bids rose, mocking her heritage and beauty. Elias watched, his stomach churning, until Jacob, who'd trailed him into town, tugged his sleeve. "Pa, they can't do this," the boy whispered, his voice thick with anger. Elias, usually reserved, felt a rare surge of resolve. As the bidding stalled at a pitiful sum, he stepped forward, his voice cutting through the noise. "I'll take her. My son needs you, more than I do." The crowd fell silent, then erupted in laughter, but Elias handed over his savings, unshaken. Tala's eyes met his, a mix of suspicion and gratitude. Creed, furious but outmaneuvered, unlocked her chains, spitting, "You'll regret this, Grayson." Elias led her to the wagon, Jacob helping her up, his young face alight with hope. Back at the ranch, Tala stood tall, her pride intact. "I am not your slave," she said. Elias nodded. "You're free here. Stay or go, your choice." She chose to stay, where the first weeks were tense. Tala slept in the barn, tending her own fire, while Elias and Jacob adjusted to her presence. She spoke little English, but her actions spoke volumes, repairing a torn saddle, teaching Jacob to track game with Cheyenne methods. Elias, a man of few words, found himself watching her, admiring her strength. One night, as a thunderstorm raged, she joined them inside, sharing a story of her lost family, her voice breaking. Jacob, moved, offered her his mother's shawl, bridging a silent bond. Trust grew slowly. Tala taught Jacob survival skills, how to read the wind, use herbs for wounds, while Elias shared ranch duties, his gruff care softening her defenses. Prejudice followed them, townsfolk whispered of the Indian woman and the mad rancher. Creed, vengeful, sent men to harass the ranch, cutting fences and stealing cattle. During one raid, Tala's quick thinking with a lasso saved Jacob from a falling beam, earning Elias's respect. "You're part of us now," he said, and she nodded, a tear escaping. Their connection deepened amid danger. A dust storm hit, trapping them for days. Tala's knowledge of natural shelters kept them safe, while Elias's steady presence calmed her fears. In the storm's aftermath, he confessed, "I lost hope after Clara. You and Jacob brought it back." She touched his hand, her voice soft. I lost my people. You gave me a new one. Their first kiss, born of shared vulnerability, marked a turning point. But Creed's wrath escalated. He accused Tala of theft, rallying a posse to reclaim her as property. On a crisp morning in September 1889, they attacked, guns blazing. Elias, Tala, and Jacob fought back, Elias with his rifle, Tala with a bow she'd crafted, Jacob with a slingshot. A bullet grazed Elias's arm, but Tala's arrow felled Creed's lead man, forcing a retreat. Exhausted, they tended each other's wounds, their family cemented in battle. The turning point came when a Cheyenne elder, Tala's uncle, arrived, seeking her. Learning of her ordeal, he offered alliance, exposing Creed's lies to the territorial marshal. The investigation revealed Creed's land frauds, leading to his arrest. Fort Benton, shamed, began to accept the Grayson household, though whispers lingered.